Alright guys, so here we go with the distance test of the SJRC's F22S 4K Pro. So let's go ahead and arm the motors. And we are here at the Desert Flats area, but I'm deep inside the valley. So let me turn around, show you guys where I am. I am right here. And I am sitting on my chair, but check this out guys. Remember that video I did on that DroneMask? Well, I got it hooked up to my phone, and you see the cable? I got it hooked up so I can use my DroneMask and fly this thing FPV style. So we're going to do some distance tests with the FPV goggles, the DroneMask. So if you haven't seen this video of the DroneMask, go check it out. I'll leave a link down below. Okay, so raising up the camera angle and turning around. Okay, let me lower down the camera angle just a little bit. All right, so let's get some height going first. Hold on a second. My screen is going light, so I'm assuming I have it adjusted so that it shouldn't go dark. Okay, let's go and check it out. It shouldn't be a problem. Okay, so let me get some height. I think it just went dark because there was some light coming in. It is adjusting auto darkness. Okay, let's go up to about, I would say 70, 75 is a good height. Right about there. Okay, so let's go ahead and push it. And let me go ahead and speed up. I think we are in normal mode by default. So let me see here. Okay, now we are in sport mode. Obstacle avoidance mode has been turned off. Well, you know what? You can't really turn it off. I tried and tried. You can't turn it off. What I do have is a piece of electric tape stuck on the obstacle avoidance module sensors. And with a tape affixed onto the sensors, you can go ahead and, you know, fly really low and capture that ground shot if you want. Okay, so 250 meters out, and we got great video. And this is like, it's like a photo, except I can see it moving very slowly on the bottom of the screen. I am making progress, so it is flying. Okay, and my screen just went dark again. I gotta readjust. Yeah, there's some light leakage on this DroneMask on the bottom because I'm sitting in a spot where the sun is just coming in, and we're still pushing it. 590, so 600 meters now, and I'm still pushing it. Let's see how far it goes. So this is the spot where I did the Panasonic Atom SE drone distance test, and that one supposedly it could have gone 4 kilometers, but I went 3,000 something kilometers on here. So this is a good spot to do a distance test. And this one supposedly have 3.5 kilometer distance. So we're going, and the screen just became brighter and even brighter. So we're at 950 going on that 1,000 meters. Nice. And we still got good video. Good control. And I got the screen recording. I don't have a micro SD card inserted because no need to do that. I'm just going to be showing you guys the screen record anyway. So almost 1200 meters, still going, no issues so far, except my phone screen keeps on getting darker. Okay, we're going beyond 1300 meters now. That is that one field right there, that strip of field. That's where I go and test on my quadcopters too sometimes. And we are still pushing it. It is slowly going. Let me check out the battery level. It is still at 86%, so we got tons of battery life on this thing. This thing gets about 30 minutes of flight time. And I'm pitching forward, full pitch forward. And the speed we are at is 7.7 meters per second. And we are about to hit 1700 meters. What a beautiful day here. There's no wind whatsoever. Okay, we're making progress. 1750. Yeah, slow progress, but we're making progress. Imagine if I can go all the way to the foothills over there. Creek cut. What the hell? Okay, get off my screen. There you go. Okay. 1900 meters. Distance over 2 kilometers. Please pay attention to wind speed to ensure safe return. Okay, we have gone beyond 2 kilometers. And look at that. Wow. No issues so far. No artifacts on the video, the FPV video. And control is really good. No bobbing back and forth yet. Oh yeah. Very nice. So I'm opening up the curtain a little bit, so I let the light in, and therefore it increases the brightness of my phone here. So if I keep it completely dark, it dims. Okay, wow, look at that open field too. That's a good spot to go to fly. Approaching 2,500 meters. Woohoo! 2,500 meters. Wow. Okay, my glasses is getting kind of foggy here. Letting the light in. Uh-oh, what's going on? There you go. 2,600 meters and still going. 2,700 meters, still going. Batteries at 73%. Oh yeah, I believe this thing will go 3 kilometers and 3.5 kilometers, like it says. 2,800 meters and no issue so far. Oh, there's a little bit of uncertainty. I don't see it moving yet. It's not moving anymore. I don't see the video. The video has stopped. But we are still making progress at 2,900 meters. So the video goes out before the control distance. So I've lost video. We are stuck in time. But we are beyond 3,000 meters. And it is still going. And I'm still pitching forward, 67% battery life. Okay. It made a little progress. You see the road on the bottom disappeared. And look at that, intermittently it's going. 3,200 meters coming. Boom, 3,200 meters. But I got no video. So there you go, guys. In this location, the video goes out before the control link. But it is still going. I imagine it's beyond those houses and that road, and we're approaching the foothills already. Okay, 3,319. Okay, it is still going. I got 64%, 63%. And you know what? As soon as it hits 60, I'm going to turn back, because I want at least about 10% left. Okay. And I believe we're going to hit that 3,500. Hopefully I don't lose the quadcopter. Okay, 3,500. 06, 07. Okay, that's about it. It stopped. Okay, there you go, guys. That's the maximum distance of this quadcopter. So I'm going to go ahead and hit the return to home. It says reach limit distance, but it is not thinking about coming back home. And now it says return. Okay, so kind of took a little while for return to home to kick in, but it is starting to return home. And look, it turned around and it's coming back, and I got video back at 3,300 meters. All right, so it is coming back. 59% on battery life. And the wind is blowing on my face, so it has wind on its tail. So that's an advantage that you always want to achieve. So when you do these distance tests, you go against the wind. So just in case you can't make it back home, you got the wind pushing it back home or helping it. Okay, 3,000 meters. But look at that, man. The video is nice and clear. That is awesome. So now the question is, should you get this drone if you already have the SJRC F22S 4K Pro, which can go 3,000 meters, but doesn't have all of the special fly features like fly far, you know, skyfly or whatever, spiral, that kind of stuff. Well, those kind of stuff can be achieved, you know, manually. Even point of interest can be achieved manually. So the dilemma, yeah, should you upgrade or stay with the F11S? Well, I would just stay with the F11S, because the fact that when you do those special features, the recording stops after you're done with it, and it only goes up so far. Manually, you can do far more. So in that sense, you know, if you got the F11S, I would keep it. But this one seems to have a very good video quality. The gimbal has been upgraded. Unfortunately, there's the flip out folding landing legs, and the arms flip out, but you know, when they close in, you got the non-foldable prop. So it kind of looks like, you know, it's retro almost, you know, takes you back like 4 or 5 years on the design. And the design on the F11S and the F11s, you know, they're nice and tucked in. This one, however, man, just when you go to grab it, it annoys you, you know, because you're grabbing the props, you know. So 2,000 meters and closing in, I got still 50% battery life. It just hit 49. Nice. So I know for sure it will make it back home. Very, very nice, guys. So yeah, so if you want to check out the F11S, I'll leave a link down below, as well as a link for this quadcopter if you want to check this one out yourself. So it's a pretty good quadcopter to have, I would say. Yesterday I flew at the park and I uploaded the 4K flight video. If you haven't seen that, go ahead and check that out. Yeah, it was a good experience flying it around the park, capturing videos. It was carefree. I mean, there was no latency in the video. The controls were excellent, and I was flying around the park, and you know, there were trees in the way and all that, and you know, the reception was still good, and I had total control of the quadcopter. So yeah, carefree flying, as long as you know you fly a little bit high. And if you're going to fly with the obstacle avoidance, then make sure you fly a little bit high, so you know you're not bobbing back and forth because of the ground being so close, because it detects objects from 0 to 20 meters. And to get around that, I just put a piece of electric tape to cover the lens and the module up in the front there, the obstacle avoidance module, and that seems to help me. And I was able to go close to the trees and fly right by without having it bob back and forth. So really unnecessary, except if you are a beginner and you're about to hit your garage, then you know that'll help you out a lot in that sense, so you don't mess up your quadcopter the very first day. Unfortunately, it only has obstacle avoidance in the front, not on the sides or in the back. So be careful when you're going sideways or backwards. And that is all I have to say about that. Yeah. 1,000 meters and closing in. So very, very nice distance test, guys. 42% battery life. So you do have a lot of battery remaining. And I believe that is due to the light breeze on its tail. So on the way there, I was fighting the breeze, and on the way back, the breeze is helping me return. So 800 meters, closing in. Very nice. Well, I got 27 satellites. This place rocks. And you can kind of see me down there in the middle of the screen. You know, it's just going to come at the same height, and then it'll lower itself down. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get out of the return home by pressing the return home button. Okay, stop return, and let me go down and forward now. Manually flying the drone. Okay, let me slow it down. And, oops, the yaw. That is the problem with this quadcopter. The yaw control is very finicky. You have to yaw like 10 to 15% before it starts to respond. So that is one thing I don't like about it as well. There you go, going down. I'm going to take it to a different location on top of that hill that I did with the Atom SE drone. I'm going to take it on top of the hill and fly over the houses and see how far this thing goes, if I get interference like I did with the Potensic Atom SE drone. All right, so that'll do it for this segment of the distance test. So let's go on and move on to the next location. All right, guys, so here we go with our second distance test, and we are on the top of the hill. So let's arm the motors and take off. There you go, same spot as the second flight on the Potensic Atom SE drone. And I am facing where the wind is coming from. The wind is coming in at about 3 to 5 miles per hour. So let's go ahead and push it out. But first, let me go ahead and start my recording. I got my screen recording, but this time I got my micro SD card inserted. The first flight, I didn't have my micro SD card inserted, so I didn't get that flight footage when the FPV video stopped transmission. So here we go. Recording video. All right, here we go. Pushing it out. And we are going to be going into speed number 3, sport mode. And we are just going to push it this way. And I'm going to raise the height. As you can see, the height is registering in at the altitude where I took off from. So I'm gonna raise it up a little bit higher at 44. So it's plenty high enough. So let's follow that road. I see it, but now it is starting to become a dot. And let's push it all the way. See how far it goes out here on the top of the hill. 300 meters. $350. And what a beautiful day it is in paradise. For like 3 or 4 days in a row. Really, really nice. But it's going to get humid later. We might have thunder showers up in the mountains. So it's kind of a humid kind of day. So here we go, guys. 500 meters. And we got no issue so far. Continuing to push it here. All right. 600 meters. Nice. $700. I got 87% battery life, and I will be turning around no matter what at about 60%, just to make sure I can come back home. I don't want to lose the quadcopter down there somewhere. 850, still going strong, no issues, no kickback, no artifacts on the video, or no frozen in time video either. Okay, 85% battery life, and it is going strong, and we just hit 1,000 meters. Awesome. And it is still going. Speed is 7.2 meters per second. Very nice. Very, very nice quadcopter. $1,200 meters and still going. You see all that greenery on the top of the screen, 1/3 way down from the screen? That'll be the park that I go to fly. If we can hit that, that'll be amazing. Okay, continuing to go, 78%, so we're still good at closing in on 1,500 meters. Wow. That's far enough for me already. I'm already getting nervous. But it did go 3,500 meters at the other location. So hopefully we can pretty much mimic that. But I'm starting to notice that we got video that's frozen in time at 1,600 meters. 75% battery life. It is continuing to travel, but I have lost video transmission. Oh, there it jumped. 1,750 meters. And is it still transmitting? No, it's frozen in time. However, it did jump. Okay, now the distance marker is, it's still registering in, but at times it is slowing down, stopping, and it jumps on. Yeah, it jumped from 1,800 to 1,825. Now it's just kind of stagnant there. 1,830. And I'm thinking it's going to lose connection pretty soon. So how you like that? Second time in a row with a different quadcopter. On top of the hill, you can't go as far as in the valley. So 1,850, and it is still inching its way. 1,880, okay, now it responded. It jumped like 20-30 meters. I got my the remote control over my head, and looks like it is closing in, and it says return on the top left corner. So there you go, guys. That was the maximum distance of the F22S on the top of the hill. What do you know? And my video is still frozen in time. I'm sure the quadcopter turned around and is facing this way now, but I don't have video transmission. So just a waiting game here. And there's a beep. 1600 meters. Video still frozen in time. So I guess the valley, when I'm in the valley, I have the walls of the side mountains to bounce off the transmission. So it's a little bit like a parabolic dish. Over here, I'm wide open. So maybe that is the reason why. I'm not sure. But it is returning to home. So let me see if I can get the maps to show. And it is heading its way back. Man, look at Google Maps. All I'm seeing is Domino Pizza, Taco Bell, and McDonald's. Okay, so I know it's heading back, and looks like I got forward video. There you go. It is heading its way back towards the hill. There's the golf course on the left, and it is heading its way back. All right. There you go. Carefree flying up to a point. So, do I see it coming back? I see birds flying around in the path. It's still coming. Yep, it is still coming back. Very nice. Yep. I should be able to see it soon. But I still don't see it. Maybe I'm just not looking at the right spot. It's probably just a dot. And Rancherias Road is right there. So it should be right in front of me. But I can't seem to locate it. It's coming back. It's getting closer. Yeah, it should be directly in front of me. There, I see a dot. Man, that's still far away. It's still heading its way back. Yeah, it's still very far away. Okay. Still coming. I can't hear it yet. And here it comes. Okay, let me go to FPV mode. And here it comes. Very hard to see in the bright sunlight. There you go. It's right above me. So let me tilt the camera down all the way. And it is turning around. And it is heading down. It is descending. All right. I might as well just lift the camera up. There you go. All right. So there you have it, guys. The maximum distance of the SJRC's F22S 4K Pro. I'll watch it land. Or let me get out of the return to home so I can maneuver my way away from all those little grass or weeds or what have you not right here, and land in an empty spot. Okay, come on down. And finally, the motors turn off. All right, guys, so that'll do it for this video. Thank you so much for tuning in and watching. Have a great day, and we'll see you again next time.